All right. Testing, testing. Okay, good. So stream has begun. Thank you for joining me. We have a very serious situation right now in the Columbus area and eastern Ohio, and central Ohio in general. We're having severe storms with tornadoes. So this is looking at Columbus at the terminal Doppler weather radar for TCMH. So this is for Columbus Regional Airport near Pataskala and Beechwood Trails. So it's in that general area. So Pataskala. So looking at the radar, you can actually see a very strong couplet right here. So we have a radar indicator rotation. Radar indicator rotation. We've had several confirmed tornadoes already. In fact, there was actually a very strong tornado that hit here. It hit near Dayton. So this tornado tracked from near so the tornado in question went all the way from here. It was on the ground a short distance. The tornado was on the ground from Jacksonburg. Yeah. Which is near Middletown. Tornado was on the ground up to here. But the debris was on the ground, was still lofted in the air all the way up to near Holiday Valley and just north of Urbana. Yeah, so the debris was lofted in the air for over 100 miles, for like 50, 60 miles. So, all the way to Urbana. So, like, from here to near Middletown, all the way to Urbana. That's quite the distance. The debris was lofted for 50 miles in the air, so it's quite a distance. It's probably leaves and stuff. That was probably an EF2 tornado easily. All right, so let's look at the radar. So yeah, got a pretty strong couplet, but this red is still the same direction it's showing, but that's because the winds aloft are so strong. So yeah, so all right. So we had several confirmed tornadoes. We also had a tornado on this cell that's approaching Columbus right now. So Columbus is under a tornado warning. I'm getting a very mixed signature here, so it's there is a couple trying to form right here. I am indicating an area of rotation here. Yeah, so yeah, that's rotation right here. There's a couple right here. Yep. Velocity. It looks more broken right now, but it's definitely approaching Columbus right now. So Grove City, you just had some very strong winds come through, possibly on your west side. So let's check the correlation coefficient. Yep, that's your debris signature right there. That little blue right there, the little blip. That's debris right there. Yep. So a tornado touchdown. So let's look at 405. Yep, so you had a tornado touchdown here. So in just in the last few minutes, we had a tornado touchdown. Yep. The area associated with that rotation is moving off to the northeast. So the debris didn't go too high up. Let's see how high it went. So about 4,600 feet. Let's check tilt 3. So about 6,500 feet. So we're looking at around EF2 strength tornado. EF1 to EF2 strength. Or 10, right? Yep. So that's pretty high up. So now let's look at velocity again. Wow, that looks really scary. That looks scary. There's an area of strong rotation going through Columbus right now. So I'm looking at the closer radar. I wouldn't be surprised if in downtown Columbus you're seeing some rotation right now. That is definitely scary. Looks like what's going on is you're having a handoff. So this couplet here is being replaced by this one here. This could also be RFD winds trying to surge southwards. Because green is winds that are going towards the radar. Red are winds that are going away from the radar. So greens and blues are towards, blue shift. Red is outbound, red shifting. So greens are towards. So we're having west winds here, strong west winds here. So this is where you're having winds going away and towards here. So your strongest area of rotation is still here. But, so that's basically your winds going away from Columbus. You're having strong west and northwest winds in Columbus right now, or gusty winds. Maybe not too strong, like 15, 20 miles an hour. So you're having a little bit of an RFD surge right now, Columbus. So, a tornado might try to form and head towards Bexley. So this is what I'm concerned about right now. Let me just try to refresh it. Okay, it's not refreshing. That's not good. Okay, we need an update really soon because this is not good. Columbus, Ohio just dodged a bullet, but there are still areas of tornado might try to form. So if you're in this area, if you're from here to here, yeah, basically, if you're so if you're anywhere between Bexley, if you're in this area, I would seek shelter now. Actually, sorry. So there we go, just updated. Okay. We just had an update now. Let's look at reflectivity right now. You're having surging winds here, so yeah, we got supercells in Kentucky right now. We're about to move into West Virginia. Yeah, these are supercells, by the way. Yep, you can actually see their structure. These are absolutely supercells. I would not say they're severe, but they are definitely supercells. This is where you're having your strongest surface relative helicity in this area here, with the very strong winds. This is the area that I'm most concerned about here as it moves towards eastern Ohio. There's also been some hail reports of quarter-sized hail. So I'm surprised they didn't raise the hail threat for today. This looks very concerning around Lockbourne, Groveport. Let's check correlation coefficient. Let's check to see if there's any debris. That looks very concerning. Okay, we have a severe thunderstorm warning. They changed it to a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag. All right, so let me read out the warning. Severe thunderstorm warning has been severe thunderstorm. National Weather Service in Wilmington has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Franklin County and central Ohio, northwestern Fairfield County and central Ohio, southwestern Delaware County and central Ohio, Licking County in central Ohio until 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 4:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, severe thunderstorm was located over Bexley, moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. Hazard: 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Source: radar indicated. Impact: expect damage to trees and power lines. Locations impacted include Columbus, Newark, Westerville, Reynoldsburg, Gahanna, Pickerington, Bexley, Heath, Granville, Pataskala, Canal Winchester, Groveport, Johnstown, Buckeye Lake, Hebron, Utica, Hanover, Granville South, Marne, and Beechwood Trails. This includes the following interstates. Interstate 70 in Ohio between mile marker 105 and 129. Interstate 71 in Ohio near mile marker 113. So this tornado warning is set to expire, but they're going to issue a new one. I almost guarantee you with that signature. I almost guarantee you they're going to issue a new warning. Pretty strong couplet there. That's a pretty tight couplet. Yeah, this radar site is taking forever to upload. All right, so wow, 18 viewers. Okay. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, the radar sites are having some trouble. Or yeah, this is what a lot of meteorologists have trouble with. This is exactly what meteorologists have trouble with when radar sites are down. So we have to look at other radar sites. So let's look at TDAY. That's a terminal Doppler weather radar. So very strong couplet right now. There is a very strong couplet just near Groveport. I mean, it's already 426, so this couplet is probably over here right now. So, Canal, Winchester, Pickerington. This is going to be heading right towards you. This actually, oh, there we go. Yep. Exactly where I said it's going to be. No debris signature yet. So, this is what I always do. I do this whenever there's severe weather. I make videos. I also make weather forecasts, so please don't forget to like and subscribe. So, oh, thank you, Kevin, for subscribing. Alrighty. So, come on, still 419. Okay, that's not good. TCMH might be down, having some technical difficulties. Velocity. Keep in mind, we also got supercells in the Kentucky area, so we got some supercells here. And Eastern Ohio has much higher surface relative helicity, which is the spin in the atmosphere near the surface. So if any storms were to go severe, they will be more likely to produce tornadoes here. However, your strongest instability is in central and western Ohio. So you might have the spin here, but you won't have enough instability. So, but any storms that have enough instability to rotate will possibly produce tornadoes. We've already had several touchdowns today in Ohio. We had two already. Thus far confirmed. Well, one of them was confirmed. The other was a debris signature on radar. You can almost see how the precipitation is hooking. This is your inflow notch right here. Here's your inflow notch. So the winds are just rotating around. Yeah. So your inflow notch is here. Let's look at velocity. Yeah, so this is basically where your rotation is. So you're having the couplet isn't very strong. It's not as strong as it was a little bit earlier, but there's definitely some rotation. And it looks like there's a little bit of a handoff going on. So like this couplet is weakening, but this one is taking over. So now we're having to worry about this area instead of this area here. So this is heading right towards Pickerington. I mean, no debris signature yet. That's good. So if you're in Pickerington or anywhere between Pickerington and Canal Winchester, be alert for a possible tornado. So if you're in Pickerington, be on the lookout for a possible tornado. This storm is still over very populated areas. So it's near Bryce right now. The current rotation is near. So let's velocity. It's near Pickerington Ponds Metro Park. It's heading. Sorry, Canal Winchester. So the current rotation. So it's about to cross State Route 674 and U.S. Highway 33, or Gender Road and Winchester Pike. There we go. It just crossed. So now it's located near. Yeah, it's about to cross into Pickerington right now. There's your strong rotation there right now. No more tornado warnings, but these storms are still very dangerous. You still got rotation in this area, so. Yep, there we go. Finally updated. It took, I think, 10 minutes. Yep, so you do have rotation. This is not good. This is something you do not want to see. This is bad. Right here. So, all right. So we have an area of very tight rotation. Sorry, let's see what. Oh my God. Okay, we might have a tornado right now in progress, guys. Yeah, this just went from bad to worse. This is a very tight couplet. We might actually have a tornado warning be issued now. Um, okay, so okay, this is so this is south of. So this is northeast of Columbus. This is a very tight rotation right now. We have a possible tornado trying to develop right now. So possible. So here are your winds heading towards the radar. Here are your winds going away from the radar. So yeah, and these are strong winds. That blue that you're seeing, that winds of 60 miles an hour, and those reds that you're seeing are winds that are going away from the radar at over 40 miles, closer to 40 miles an hour. So you're definitely having some strong gate-to-gate shear. Very strong rotation here. And where they're touching, and we might have even had a brief touchdown, potentially. Let me check the terminal Doppler, the regular radar, see if there's any debris. We might actually we might be having a tornado trying to form right now. Okay, not yet. That's good. No touchdown yet. that it's really trying. That is not good. But looks like it's weakening right now, which is good. That's good. It's weakening again. But that is pretty scary there. Yeah, it all depends on where the storm's going to go. But we almost just had a tornado form. And we're going to have a really bad severe weather outbreak later this week. Friday and Saturday looks pretty bad for parts of the Deep South. Right now we only have one warning, which is the severe thunderstorm warning in Ohio. Warning is for Delaware, Fairfield, Franklin, and Licking. But honestly, they should have definitely tornado warned that for radar indicator rotation. I mean, that is like this. That definitely warrants a tornado warning, if you ask me. I mean, that is scary. Another area of rotation starting to form now. Now it's here. I mean, this is very close to the radar. This is like 2-3 miles away. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if, and keep in mind, this is like under 100 feet. So like you're very close to the radars. See, 100 feet above the radar site. So that almost touched down. Like we might have even had a weak tornado possibly here. I mean, we might have had a really weak tornado possibly touch down. I mean, that is a very tight couplet. I mean, we just had 39 touching like 20. So we might have just had a little EF0 or like low end EF1 possibly. We might have just had a brief touchdown, like on the ground for like maybe a few seconds, because that is very tight. Yeah. Check. Yeah, we just had a very tight couplet. Hold on, I'm going to mute my microphone for just a second. I just need to call a friend of mine who's also tracking severe weather.
And realize, holy shit,
guys, did you just check the radar site, the terminal Doppler weather site, KCMH? Not KCMH. Yeah, KCMH. There was a really like tight couplet. Like I literally thought a tornado was going to touch down at any second. KCMH, northeast of Columbus, the terminal Doppler weather radar. That was so tight. I mean, that gave me chills. But it's gone. It might have briefly touched down too because it was really tight. Anyway, I'm gonna go right now.
On the unwarned storm, there's a couplet on an unwarned storm.
No, but it's gone. The couplet's gone.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying there's an active couplet on a unwarned storm.
Where?
Inside of the tornado watch. Use the Jackson radar. Look west of Grayson.
Well, no, where's the Jackson radar? KJKL. KJKL?
Yeah.
KJKL. Where's that?
South, outside of the tornado watch.
In Kentucky.
Yeah, I don't know states. Above Knoxville.
Knoxville?
Where are you looking?
KJKL. Just south of the warning.
I'm back,
Just
guys.
south of the watches. Just south of the watches, you'll see KJKL.
Oh, we're looking at Kentucky now.
Yes, we are. There's a rotating storm.
North of Moorhead. All right, thanks for letting me know.
Yes, north of Moorhead. Yes.
I don't see crap in Kentucky.
All right. So we have a. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I also make EAS scenarios sometimes. Well, I used to, but I'm in school right now, so I don't have time for that. Anyway, we got a couple right now in Kentucky. Cell's pretty weak, but very, very high SRH value. So the very high surface relative helicity. I'm going to quickly look here. It's the leading edge of the precip, basically. Probably going to be another couple hours before it starts. Great. My radar just froze. Hold on. So you see that coloration? That's your rain snow line. From what I've been looking at, it's going to stay all snow in Oswego. And even New York City might get a few inches of snow. They're under a winter storm watch for about 2 to 4 inches of snow. So let's go back to KCMH. Velocity. Okay, looks like that threat's over for now. All right. But looks like Cincinnati's in the clear, but yeah, this is now headed out of Columbus. Columbus, you're in the clear, no more tornadoes. You're still going to get some thunderstorms coming in, this line of storms, but in terms of your tornado threat, I think it's pretty much over. However, there's still this line of storms you have. So after this line of storms, that's basically it. Yeah, all of these storms are rotating, basically. And they're basically mini supercells here. But the highest threat for tornadoes and damaging winds is in Ohio. And I had someone yesterday said, it's probably not going to materialize. And not only did it materialize, but it was even more than forecast. Like, they only forecasted a 5%, but we had, like, it was probably high enough for a 10 because we had several tornadoes. Okay, not good. We're having a supercell forming now. Heading towards northern parts of Kirkersville. We have now another supercell, so this is not good. The storm that's doing this is this one right here. All right, this is not looking good right now. Thankfully, it's not a very populated area. It's moving out of the Columbus area. But, yeah, if this doesn't, like, say the storm forms and doesn't weaken, it would be heading towards Newark. This is the latest update right now. No rotation. Okay, I mean, no coupling. I mean, I'm so tired right now. No debris. Yeah, it probably weakened already. Probably formed and it's gone already. The tornado threat for Columbus currently is over. Thank you for subscribing, David. All right. Yeah, I see it on my phone. I get like notifications sometimes. These storms have the potential to rotate. In fact, they already have kind of like appendage-like structures on their backsides. That's not good. You're getting south winds here and ahead of the cold front. Here you're having west winds, but here the winds. That's good. So the rotation is weakening. Alrighty. Thanks, Johnny. Now it's 32. Wow. So on. Alrighty, so I'm covering severe weather in Ohio right now. So this precip is along the warm front, but areas here in upstate New York and Buffalo might see widespread 4 to 8 or even 6 to 12 inches of snow, with some areas in the mountains could be getting upwards of a foot. But right now I'm covering the severe weather. Velocity. We got a couplet near Sugar Grove now. Right here we have a couplet. No debris. Okay, that's good. We got some hail over here. So this DCC drops are hail. So that's a hail spike. Hail. Let's look at echo tops here. So storms are not very tall. These are low-topped supercells today. All right, so let's go to velocity again. Okay, this is not good. This is bad. That's a very, very tight couplet. Still no debris, no CC drop with the rotation. That's hail. This couplet is definitely getting tight. Right. All right, we got a very tight couplet right now. Wow. If you have any comments, actually, I'm monitoring the live stream from my phone. If you have any comments or questions, just ask and I will respond to them. Right. So it's still a tight couplet right now. Approaching Bremen, Ohio. Looks like radar scope is glitching out a little bit. Okay. Let me just. There we go. The app is glitching out a little bit. There we go. There we go. That fixed it. Okay. So now we're looking at Bremen, Ohio. Couplets approaching Bremen. It's still pretty elongated. Looking at correlation coefficient. Still no debris. And rotation was not. It looks like a National Weather Service decided not to issue. Okay, that's probably because of hail. Yeah, that's a hail spike. Yep. Yeah, this thing is really starting to tighten up a little bit in Kentucky. Correlation coefficient. There's your hail spike right there. Yep, that's hail. That little blue coloration you saw, that's hail. Yep, so you just had some probably P2 dime size hail over here. Just north of Sandy Hook, that cell's approaching Wayne right now. However, this is not the end of the severe weather threat, unfortunately. So let's look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook right now. Look at day 4. Northern Louisiana, east central Texas, west central Mississippi, actually central Mississippi and western Alabama are going to be in a threat of severe weather. I think there's going to be a moderate issued in northern Louisiana, eastern Texas. So let's look at the GFS. So looking at the severe weather threat for later in the week. Let's look to supercell composite. Yeah, this is looking for Thursday. Yeah, this is really bad. So it looks like eastern Texas, northern Louisiana is going to get it really bad. I've never seen the GFS show such a high supercell composite index. Yeah, this is looking really bad for the Deep South. Yeah. None? Yep. PDS tornado. Particularly dangerous situation. Yeah. PDS. So we might be having a very, very bad tornado outbreak in the Deep South. Oh yeah, this is looking bad. So you might be having discrete cells that are becoming into a squall line. All right, so let's go back to Ohio again. The GFS doesn't do well with showing discrete cells. The HRRR is much better with handling that. So here are your supercells. Forecast to move into Ohio. I'm moving out of Ohio. Yeah, I think the ARRR is overestimating how much snow we're gonna get. But yeah, Mid Atlantic. Here, your supercells. We're getting discrete supercells here in northern Kentucky as well. So looking at the snow forecast now, general 7 inches is expected in Oswego, and even a little bit for northern Ohio from the lake effect, but very little. All right, so all right, so let's go back to Ohio again. We have only one severe thunderstorm warning left at the moment. Yeah, now Columbus is getting some severe thunderstorms. Some pretty, well, not severe, but getting some pretty heavy rain and strong winds right now, going right through downtown Columbus. Primary threat with this line is going to be some thunder and lightning and strong gusty winds. So let's go to lightning maps, so I can show you where you're having the most lightning right now. Wow. Okay. Um, California. Yeah, okay. California's getting a good amount of lightning. Did Johnny have something to do with this? Because Stockton is getting quite a bit of lightning right now. This is near Modesto. Yeah, and there's actually been reports of some small hail there. Well, it says freezing rain, but that's actually hail. Anyway, let's go back to Ohio. But the lightning activity is very weak there. So these storms have very little thunder and lightning. That's very unusual, but keep in mind these storms are low topped. So these are low top storms, so they have very little lightning with them. That's the danger with low top storms. You could get a tornado and not even have any lightning. Anyway, let's go back and look at Columbus radar again. We're getting some strong thunderstorms moving through the Columbus area right now. Winds with these are about 40 to 50 miles an hour. Keep in mind these winds are a little bit elevated, about 300 feet up. And it looks like the winds are about 60 miles an hour. So actually these might be some pretty damaging winds moving through, that just moved through Grandview Heights and is moving into Gahanna. Some very strong winds are about to move in. But keep in mind, the further and higher up you get away from the radar, the stronger the winds are. So I'm not sure how much of this is reaching towards the ground. Okay, 500 feet, 10 miles out. So that's what I'm trying to... Could be a problem. Hold on. 500 feet, 10 miles out. Yep. Maybe. So this is about 500 feet up off the ground. Yeah, I think the calculation's a little bit off. So this is about 500 to 600 feet up. So they're showing 60-mile-an-hour winds right now. So Gahana and Columbus are getting some damaging winds right now. All right. Okay, we got 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in Tennessee right now. Let's cover those. It's just for gusty winds. Yep. 60-mile-an-hour wind. Oh, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Okay, that's a little scary. Trained weather spotters. Winds in excess of 70 miles per hour recorded at Knoxville Airport. There's very strong winds coming through. Yeah, this is the strong winds are basically behind this line here. Yep, there's a Boeing segment right here. You never want to see that. You really never want to see those Boeing segments. Thanks, Dakota. Thank you so much for your support. No warnings in Ohio. There are some very dangerous winds right now. Very destructive winds are moving into Pigeon Forge. So Pigeon Forge, you're about to have some very, very damaging winds. Yeah, you see that little notch right there? Kink? That's where you're going to have some very strong winds. And this blast of damaging winds is going to be more moving to between Pigeon Forge and Pittman Center. So I'm going to change the title of this live stream. I'm just going to just give me a few seconds. Live severe weather coverage. All right, let's get back to business now. All right. So Townsend, it's got hit by some. It's getting about to be. Yeah, they're probably already getting some damaging winds because keep in mind with the lag, there's about a 5-minute lag right now. No warnings in Columbus right now, but keep in mind, in Columbus, you're getting some pretty strong winds. Just because there's no warning, I would not be near any trees or power lines because there are 40 to 50 mile an hour winds moving through. And in my opinion, those are still damaging winds. Let's quickly check the Columbus radar. Yep. Whitehall getting eastern Whitehall is getting some pretty damaging winds right now. So the interstate is about to get some. So interstate, if you're on I-270, be prepared for some damaging winds. If you're on I-270 near Laurel Canyon, right here, damaging winds. So if you're in the eastern part of I-270, east of Columbus, going north to southbound, damaging winds. On the east side of Columbus, I-270, damaging winds approaching between East Broad Street and East Main Street. So right in this area, band of some damaging winds are approaching. Strong to damaging winds. The winds might just be just on the threshold of severe criteria, considering no warning has been issued. Based on what I'm seeing on KCMH, there's definitely some damaging winds, or at least strong gusty winds coming through. Maybe just under damaging criteria. Considering winds might be between 40 and 50 miles an hour here, so at the surface, like 40 to 50 miles per hour. All right. So I also am on TikTok. My TikTok is Severe Weather Center. Sorry, the Weather Hub. And I make videos on severe weather. I'm trying to get to 1,000 so I can live stream. It's it's more people use TikTok than YouTube, but anyway, but I honestly like streaming on YouTube. It's, I think, a little more easier to do so, but there we go. Okay, New York, still no snow yet. Let's check Tennessee again. Yeah, so Townsend is getting slammed right now. There's your hook, your bow echo here. Yep, for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And looking at hail, not really any hail. I mean, maybe really small, like maybe pea-sized hail, but wouldn't be too concerned about that. But looking at Columbus, again, this is your cold front coming in. This line of storms is the cold front. For those of you in Ohio, your tornado threat is mostly over. But I'm a little concerned with this couplet right here, considering there's winds over 114 miles an hour, but that's way aloft. And that's in an average of winds of 60, so that's 70 mile an hour winds stronger, so. But looking at the closer radar, I mean, there is potential for a tornado here. New Lexington and Clarksville. Crooksville. Let me stick that for an L. Clarksville. Or, yeah, Crooksville. Small hail. Is that a snow report? Half-inch hail, really? With that little tiny... Oh, wow. Probably just grapple coming in. It's probably some pea-sized hail. Or grapple. Back to Ohio. See those damaging wind reports. 5:14 p.m. I mentioned those damaging wind reports. See? There's indeed some very strong winds approaching. Small lawns. So damaging winds approaching Petoskila right now. Damaging winds just went through the interstate. Wow, that was a little bit of like 50 to 60 mile an hour winds there. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you all so much for watching. So now let's look at the forecast for the week. Now looking at the week-long forecast. Here's a snowstorm that's approaching. We're going to get a pretty strong system. However, the new model is showing that it's kind of going to go north and then out to sea, but like So pretty similar track. So just a little bit further to the south. It might even be over the same area too. This is courtesy of the negative NAO that we're dealing with right now. What a negative NAO means is a blocking pattern. Also some thunder and lightning over Columbus. So the NAO is going negative and then it's going to go up. However, the Arctic oscillation is right now positive, but it's going to neutral to slightly negative. The PNA currently negative, which is why California is getting all those storms, and it's forecast to go towards neutral territory. So let's look ahead. Now the European is starting to agree with the GFS. Oh, wow. You know what I call this? A snow lover's dream. Yeah, it's probably going to go further north than that. Yeah, that's going to be a pretty significant storm according to the Canadian. So this is like a Canadian. So I just showed you several different runs. Let's look at the European. It only shows Kuchera, so the GFS. So with this run, let's look at the Mid-Atlantic. About 7 to 8 inches of snow. 6 inches Kuchera. Total. So it looks like about 6 or 7 inches. This week we might get about 6 to 7 inches of snow tomorrow. Anyway, I'm going to be ending the live stream because I need to go to sleep right now. I haven't slept at all last night. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will be back in a few hours. Talk about the snowstorms. But before I go, actually, just want to make sure there's no severe weather anywhere. Yeah, one hurt in Kansas after a tornado damages a house outside of Liberal, Kansas. So one person was hurt. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, that's a one front approaching here. Thank you for watching and good night. 20 likes.